Hong Kong television network is sacking 320 staff, more than half its workforce, after the government rejected its application for a free-to-air TV license.
A bitter chairman, Ricky Wong, complained that he had been treated unfairly, and he's considering taking the government to court.
Wong revealed that he had spent more than $900 million on setting up his new station because he was invited by a government official to apply for a license in 2009. After laying low yesterday, Hong Kong television network chairman Ricky Wong faced the media this afternoon to denounce the government's rejection of his bid to break into the city's terrestrial network.
The news is shock to us. The news itself is shock to the management and also to my colleague.
He accused the government of being unfair, unreasonable and unjust by operating in a black box and defeating him in the dark. When asked why he jumped the gun and spent more than $900 million in setting up a new station before his license was even approved, the outspoken tycoon made a startling claim. He said he was approached by someone in the previous government back in December 2009 to apply for a free-to-air TV license. He refused to identify that person or confirm whether any official had assured him in any way that he would get his license. Wong explained how he had waited for 3 years and 10 months for an outcome, only to be told just minutes before yesterday's official announcement that his application had been denied. Instead, pay TV providers Cable TV and PCCW were each awarded a free-to-air license. Wong claims his venture was better in every way than what his competitors had proposed. Wong is now demanding answers as to why he was refused a license and what criteria the government used to reject him.
I really don't know. If I know, I will probably resubmit our application. The point is, and why I hold this press conference is, I wish the government can stand out and tell us what is happening. Okay, what is my score of this process? Okay, what is the score of the others? Even if it's the singing context. Okay, like this Sundays. Okay, at least everybody will know their score, right? I think it's very fair. I think it's very common. And the question I'm asking is, let me know my score.
The HKTV boss revealed that he had spent almost $500 million on program production and operations and another $500 million on building a multimedia center in Tseung Kwan O. His TV venture attracted 250 local artists and 500 staff. Now he's sacking 320 employees. That's 64% of his workforce, expressing deep regret but saying he has no choice. Wong doesn't know what the future has in store for HKTV. There is no channel to appeal against the Executive Council decision, but he has the option to seek a judicial review, or JR, and is considering a legal challenge.
We are seeking the legal advice from our counsel. If we have a strong legal arguments, but definitely for the interests of the company shareholders and our colleague, I don't see any reason why not to go for a JR. I think the benefit of the JR is not only for my company, but also for the whole of Hong Kong.
Wong denied reports that he may buy ATV as an alternative way into the free TV market. While that's an option that many are speculating about, he insisted he has no plans to buy any local station or turn his own operation into a pay TV venture. HKTV informed local stock market regulators about the sackings and warned investors to be cautious. After closing 28% higher yesterday, HKTV shares dropped 33% today to $2.03.
Commerce and Economic Development Secretary Greg So has expressed sadness over the loss of jobs at HKTV, but he's insisting the government was justified in rejecting the station.
But lawmakers are demanding a full explanation as to why the government rejected the previous authority's recommendation to give the broadcaster a chance. Commerce and Economic Development Secretary Gregory So was on the airwaves this morning to defend the government's rejection of HKTV's bid for a free-to-air TV license. So said he had a heavy heart when he heard that the company was sacking more than half of its workforce, but he again insisted that Hong Kong does not have room for 5 free-to-air broadcasters. The government's decision contradicts a recommendation by the Communications Authority's predecessor in 2011 to approve all 3 applications by HKTV, cable TV and PCCW. But So insisted the Executive Council had thoroughly reviewed HKTV's application against a basket of criteria before making its decision.
A lot of these assessments are based on information that's given by the applicant, some of which is confidential, and the assessment was made on that basis. So I would not be at liberty at this time to disclose these information, and so it presents some difficulty for me to go in greater detail than what I have been given so far.
While So remained tight-lipped, Executive Councillor Regina Ip offered a glimpse of the factors considered by the Cabinet, such as financial standing and broadcasting experience. Ip insisted that EXCO had been comprehensive in its deliberations and hinted that more licences may be approved later. But that's not good enough for other lawmakers. The Civic Party's Kwok Ka-ki accused the minister in charge of being a hypocrite for expressing sadness over the loss of 320 jobs at HKTV when it was the government that triggered it. Others joined in the chorus of criticism.
There were 3 applications. You allowed 2. You banned 1. Now, this is just so unfair.
Claudia Mo accused the Executive Council of using a different set of criteria from the original version that was used by the then Broadcasting Authority. Pro-establishment lawmakers voiced their concerns as well. New People's Party lawmaker Michael Tien urged the government to explain exactly why it refused HKTV's application, despite the Broadcasting Authority's recommendation. His brother James Chen of the Liberal Party said he was disappointed with the outcome, especially after HKTV's efforts to produce quality programs. He said market forces and audience demand should dictate who should be out of the game rather than the government.